Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Cool, sir.
We are rooting for our girls.
Okay.
Comrade. How are you, sir?
Hello,
Good.
Smart. Good to see you.
So you're Mr. Fred, staying here. Thank
How are you? Yeah,
Okay.
it's all right.
Thank you. Are you getting ready for our match?
No, count me out.
You don't want to risk anything.
But a lot of people are going. Okay, please come right in.
Are they here? Everyone is here.
Yeah,
right?
everybody's here. You're the one.
You are the publicist. You are the PR. Hello. Mr. President.
This is serious.
Madam the Madam.
I know.
The ECOM chair sent his apologies. And then also Madam Secretary, B.O.T Secretary, she also sent apology message. So we have from the B.O.T, Mr. Nwobi.
ECOM.
I mean from the ECOM side.
No, you are promoting him already. You are going there. You are going there.
Right,
Oh,
so yeah,
okay.
you can just over to her then. I promise.
Okay, I'll first start with, I don't know why you joined NANSA. Because the reason why I joined NANSA was because I really wanted to help students, because coming from my own school, Via University of Technology, when I got into B.O.T, I needed help with my admission, and there was no, before I struggled to find someone to help me. There's a Nigerian. I saw Congolese people helping each other, and I was like, oh, we had our own association people to help me, you understand? But later, thank God I had someone I knew before in the school, then I got help. So I was like, oh, then I would love to be involved in helping people so that they can navigate their road well in when it's issues like this applications and registration and all those things. So that was why I wanted to join. So I started with ANS, which is Association of Nigerian Students in V.U.T. That was where I started. I was the assistant. I started with being an assistant secretary there also. I was also once the welfare director also there. And that was how I progressed onto NANSA. So the reason I would say about being in NANSA is supposed to be, I don't know what's your reasons. That's why I asked, why did you join NANSA? The reason is supposed to be we helping each other, because we are, whether we know it or not, we are all family being in South Africa. Just because I'm not answering your something does not mean that we're not family. We're family. We need to have each other back. So if you're coming into NANSA, you need to come with the mindset that I want to help people. There are people that are struggling to pay fees. There are people that there's a lot of scholarship and other programs that people don't know about, but you know, because you've been in that system. Like me, I was doing karate in V.U.T, and there were a lot of, when I started doing karate in V.U.T and I tell people let's do karate, I heard there's gonna be bursary, but I didn't join because of the bursary. I joined because I wanted to cast my anger into something. Anyways, that was why I joined, and I did achieve that. But later I found out that there's a bursary. After my first year in doing karate, I got 10,000 rand. And I had the money, I didn't even add it to my school fees, but anyway, I felt bad. Then the next year, I decided to tell my mom that no, there's money in this thing, and I'm going to be using it for my school fees, you know. So these are opportunities that a lot of students don't know. But you joining NANSA and knowing about it, you'll be able to tell that student that, oh, if you're struggling with school fees, go join the sports, go apply for scholarship, go do this, go do that. And also, with helping academically, we also started a thing of whereby we help Nigerian students that are struggling academically. Like if you're having issues with accounting and everything, I was a bit good in accounting, I'll help you, you know. And there are a lot of things you can help other students with. But you need to have the right orientation, knowing that you are here to help. I don't know if there's any other benefit because I didn't get anything like money. I didn't get anything being in NANSA. I've not eaten any money. I don't know. So if you are joining because you want to eat one money, like just zero your mind from it. Maybe there's money somewhere else, but me, I don't know because I didn't eat that money. So I'm telling you not to have the mindset that you're coming to eat one money. Have this mindset that you're coming to help. Probably you're coming to also build your political career. Yes. Have that mindset. You look at Barrister Smart, Chief Barrister Smart, everything, you know. He has everything, you know. This is the people we look up to. Yeah. And you see, so one day you can be like him. If you are that person, you want to be in that political space. I don't know.
What are your experiences in NANSA?
Oh, my experience. I have experienced like a lot of good and a lot of bad, and I'm gonna say it all.
And your recommendation moving forward?
Yes. So the good thing I've experienced in NANSA is it's nice going for, apart from going for this event where you meet like a lot of like the commissions, like when we attend the I Commission event, we see different commissions and I commissions, you know. It's very networking. Apart from the networking, I didn't network. Let me not lie. But
NANSA showcase she got a husband. You see, that's what they keep saying, but that's not true. But somehow it was true. Okay, let me tell you something.
Don't tell us about the manager.
No. I'm telling you, part of the experience is through NANSA, somebody was able to recommend me to work for a TV show, an online TV show, which went well until I ended it because of issue of the past president. Anyways,
It's a platform.
it's a platform. Okay. So NANSA help you with things like that. Without NANSA, somebody would not have spoken about me and connected me. So that's like a connection I got from NANSA, which literally brought me to the limelight. And it made me, I was nominated for Best Igbo Student, and I got 20,000 rand, you know? Wow. These are the things which, remember I told you that these are the things that people don't know. Yeah. When I tell people that I got 20,000 rand, it's not like someone told me, it's not scam, it was real. I got the cash, like straight up in my account because of NANSA. So this is how NANSA can help you. These are things you also have, now I'm telling you now, they do it every year. Ugumba. They do it, it's an Ugumba award, they do it every year. They give money, not only just to different categories. Yes. So that was how NANSA did help me literally, because that money did help me, because it was after COVID. I literally did struggle. I didn't do well in my postgraduate because I didn't have fun. I didn't have data, like the assignments I was doing. I was not doing any research. I was using my head to research my assignment. I was even surprised that I even passed. I passed with 60 something, and what I wanted, I was aiming for something higher. You know, I was aiming for a distinction because I had distinction previously in my advance, and I thought like this is like a stepping stone. I'll continue to, but I didn't have any resources. I struggled. So that 20,000 helped me in the next year. You know, and let me tell you one thing is. Also with doing sports is that I've not, for how many years now, my own masters, I didn't have to pay 1 cent from my own pocket. It was fully funded by my sports activities. Anyways, so the downside about the bad experiences with NANSA is, like I said, you must know that you're coming to help. So people have ambitions of wanting to do things that are not right, which is what I struggled with. I'm one person, I can't see what is not right and keep quiet. I will always want to speak up. So the bad side is about, I don't want to go deep, but when you come with this orientation that you're coming to spend money or you're coming to eat somebody's money,
I don't know, people, I heard people are eating people's money through passports and everything. No, don't do that. These things have repercussion in the future. I don't know if you are forgetting about your future. You are collecting 5,000 from a student that has not finished eating in the name of doing passports that you're gonna spend that much, less than 3,000 to do. Now you are collecting 5,000 from the person, a fellow student like you. So it's really wrong. You have access to go to the commission because you are a NANSA executive. You have all this access. Don't misuse it. To be honest, I've never gone to the commission and say I'm going as I'm here because I'm NANSA executive. I've never. For my passport, I never got any privilege to get my passport. I had to wait for my passport. I had to collect it the right way. I didn't have to pay anybody. I didn't have to beg anybody. Although it got to a point where, because I needed the passport for to travel, so I got to a point where I was begging, but nobody helped me. So I was like, you know what? Maybe God is just telling me something that I should just wait. And I waited until my passport came out, even though I missed the opportunity, but I did wait. So I'm saying, the only thing my only advice, recommendation is stick to doing the right thing, and God will always help you. To be honest, nobody can hold me and wake up and say, Promise did something wrong while she was in NANSA. There's nobody. Like, let that person come and tell me I did something wrong when I was in NANSA. When you see something wrong, you speak up. You speak up. You see someone doing, even if it's the president, which is what I did. I saw the president, even though I didn't follow the right way, which was wrong because I was supposed to start by informing the B.O.T. and so that they can sort the issue, which is my fault. But I did learn from it.
It's not fun. It's part of learning.
Yes, I did learn from it. So when you see something wrong, you speak up. Speak to the B.O.T. They are there for you. They are there to help you. If you cannot
exhaust the internal processes.
Yes, that's exhaust the internal processes before you go further. Because I did jump the gun, and it's kind of like. So, anyways, that's it. Thank you.
No, thank you. I will be leaving. You can cut. I'll be leaving.
Let's get to meet you, please. Your name?
Hello, my name is Anita Zaloran. I am the Deputy Director of Events and Public Relations.
Okay.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Anna Saxby, and I'm the Director of Events and Public Relations.
Good afternoon. My name is David Asakitipi, and I am the Secretary General-elect of NANSA.
My name is Charlton Uwa Agbekan. I'm currently the spokesperson of the Electoral Committee of NANSA, as well as a student of the University of South Africa.
My name is Fred George. I'm the Provost-elect. I'm from University of Pretoria, Faculty of Theology and Religious Studies. Thank you.
I'm Favor Amara Chukwu, the Vice President-elect. I'm currently doing my LLB in Regenesis, School of Law. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Greetings, everyone. My name is Ikechukwu Onumajulu, also known as Mr. Ike. I am the President-elect, NANSA President-elect, and currently a student at the University of Pretoria. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Zainab Timtokbo Gunlano. I am the Assistant Secretary General of the NANSA, and I'm currently studying chemical engineering. I'm doing my honors at UNISA. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Promise Ebuzeme Eze. I'm the Secretary of HELCOM, NANSA, and I'm done with my master's in Vaal University of Technology. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Attorney Smart Nwobi, LLB, LLM, LLB UNISA, LLM UP, and currently LLD UNISA. I'm back to my PhD as well, PhD in International Immigration Law. Supposedly, the B.O.T. chairperson of NANSA as of today, but I know that I will be going soon. The founder of NANSA. NANSA was founded in 2008. But it's got a lot of histories. And one of the reasons for founding NANSA is because most students are stranded. If a student comes from Nigeria or from any other part of the country, once they get to South Africa, they need to have a point of proper information dissemination. They need to connect back to the missions that are here for purposes of the students. And sometimes when they have issues with the international students' houses in their various campuses, they also need who do they run back to. And in the past, prior to 2008, we do not have what is called National Association of Nigerian Students. What we only have is Association of Students in the campus, different campuses. You can have UP Nigerian students, you can have UNISA Nigerian students. In fact, at the point in time, because of when there's issues, the different presidents will all be going to the missions. The day we went to the missions as UNISA students, leadership, UP's student leadership were just leaving. Then the mission was like, okay, what's going on? We just attended to this one, so, and there's no central point for dealing with the student issue. And that was main idea and main reason for basically, I think this foundational orientation is important so that we understand where we started. There's a lot of battles. People at the point in time says, no, you take, people, in fact, we nearly ended up in court to say, why them bringing the idea now? You know, by then, I was part of the executive of NSS UNISA. Then my previous boss then was Omorege and Pupola. They were the leaders of NSS UNISA. So they said, no, you just got in here, then you're bringing this bogus idea of national and stuff like that. So, but to cut the whole story short, there was a political solution as well as technical solution. Then we got accreditation at the High Commissioner to proceed. Then all the student leaders came together and they agreed to the idea that this is necessary. And after that, a committee was set up with a mandate to, in fact, we wrote, I still have all the letters, we wrote to different varsities. Sometimes we even encouraged the international students for them to form one, to give us the list of the students there. So we did a lot of work then. So basically, that is the formation of founding of NANSA. So we started moving to different schools. But be it as it may, NANSA, as we've said, have had different presidents. I was the first president of NANSA, the founding president. After the committee, we had an election, and I was elected. And after myself, it was Ozemene Nwamade was the second president of NANSA. Then the third president of NANSA was Charity Agbekan, now Ms. Yusuf. And the fourth president of NANSA was Razak Abubakar. We have a lot of histories. I am just summarizing them. And as we stand today, we have the current president of NANSA in the person of Mr. Ikechukwu Anamajulu. Please ignore any other history. Yes, every other thing that happens are side attractions, yes, or side stories. And it's not the first time we're having some elements who want to hijack or who want to destroy what has been built over the years because sometimes of selfish interest and stuff. But at the end of the day, we are committed to student interests, the welfare of the students. The structures, if you look at the first constitution of NANSA, you can see the structures, it was well thought out. There was different structures, how to carry the previous presidents along, stakeholders of NANSAs. The structures were there. What I will say to you, NANSA is not just about an association. NANSA is about, if you are in the executive of NANSA, there are two things you can be rest assured. If you're in the executive, you are a leader. For you to get into the executive, there's a leader inherent in you. And there is something special about you. NANSA is just a platform for you to showcase what you can do. It's like when people go for hunting, maybe for scouting, maybe people are playing in the field, and scouters comes, then they are watching. That's how people are watching you people. They might recommend you. They might say no. At different events, there will be a lot of events. There will be a lot of occasions for you people to showcase what you can do. People can recommend you. That's how, for you to leave the ordinary sport of a student to also, despite your schoolwork, you also want to be a leader and assist other students. It shows that you have something extraordinary and there's something extra to be written about you. So, NANSA, I was telling the High Commission last time that part of my school fees, I had to buy petrol. My father gives me, I have to buy petrol, convey other students to a meeting. People will be asking, but what is the drive? Today, I've got a lot of opportunities. If I bring a lot of certificates, recognitions that I've received, just because of the platform of NANSA, and I climbed to a lot of leadership positions. It's not about the money, it's about your future, where you're going, the connectivities. I'm one of the grateful heart, what NANSA has produced. I was a student. After my years as LLB student, I did my articles. I became a lawyer in this country. In fact, in South Africa as a whole, if you count the successful firms, 1, 2, 3, you have to count mine, ranking among the South Africans, not even the white people. So we also, continuing that, we have observed Nigerians. A lot of Nigerians have left the street. They can say, oh, you can do this. If you can do this, then I can also do that. Then people are looking up to us to say, well, that means there can be a difference we can make. When it comes to litigations, when we meet in court, the people will tell you, he's a lawyer, we showcase excellence. So what am I saying in essence? That despite the fact that you can multitask, fulfilling your private dreams and be able to fit into the position of leadership is a virtue. So what I will tell you is you are in the right place. You all are in the right place. This is the NANSA. There's no other two NANSAs. We understand we cannot shy away from some certain topics. We have our brothers that are out there that are not happy with certain things. With this leadership, we're going to reach out to them. We're going to bring them to the house, provided the interest of the student in generality is our concern. Is our concern. So I'll be expecting this leadership for you to support your president, support the leadership, and you guys must move as a team, act as the big brother amongst other students, amongst whether it's faction or whatever, act as a big brother, reach out to them, call them in, we understand, but this is where to go if we all have one common interest. I think that's all I want to say for now. Thank you once again. Thank you, Mr. George Fred, for giving us this wonderful accommodation today for the interest of the students. In fact, I was even asking the kind of interest you have in the student affairs. That is encouraging. I appreciate you especially. Thank you very much. You see, I was speaking to one of the guys to say, history speaks. Even if I leave this country, history will speak. Whether it's a faction or whatever, history will speak. Where did this come from? So at a point in time, you must leave your name in the sound of history. Yeah. It's important. You must know that people are watching, even if you think people are not watching. People will be able to look at your impact that you have made. Even within your smallest portfolio, people want to see what have you created. That is important. Thank you once again, and thank you for having me. Thank you, Mr. President.
No, you're welcome. Thank you for the wonderful lecture and this speech as well. You have done well for honoring our invitation to come for our meet and greet session, and then thank you for your inauguration lecture. Orientation lecture. So thank you very much. And then since you said you have other engagements, we still have other activities. I think Mr. Fred is still going
outside
to...
the table and stuff. So please exclude me.
You have to either take something or drink or whatever. No,
you can. Please, the cameraman, you can also cover.
Next time I was sponsored, it will be on me. Thank you, Mr.
No, it's okay. So thank you for coming. And then in no distant time, we'll also be closing the meeting because some of us are indicating their interest that they want to join the football match.
Okay.
And then I don't know, maybe from here you'll be leaving with some other people who indicated their interest earlier. Or maybe they will come later, or maybe we can converge that side.
I think
later.
let's converge that. I'm driving one sporty small car.
Okay.
It's not a big car.
Okay. It's fine.
Maybe if they want to come, we don't mind. If there's a vehicle, then I can pay for the petrol. Is there any vehicle available that can
Yes,
come?
the only vehicle available is that of David, and he's going to Johannesburg. So he won't be coming this way, he'll be going to...
Let me see if I can get a driver.
No. The one of the...
He even this thing I'm going to say now. He even reminded me himself, and it's not only that. I'm going to post. There is an article from him that he sent me that he repeated. So he wrote the article himself because I've forgotten. He reminded me in his own articles. I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it to the group. So what I'm saying is the past president of NANSA, Mr. Razak Abubakar, was picked up by me, and I saw he has some leadership potentials at NSS UNISA. He was at UNISA. Then after we emerged the national leadership of NANSA, then we have a mandate to create NSS, to rebrand NSS UNISA. So he was part of, there's this guy called, what's the name of the?
It's not Babatunde.
Babatunde, yes.
Yes.
Babatunde was the leader, president of NSS.
Yeah, Babatunde.
Yeah, Babatunde, yes.
It was after Babatunde I started.
Yeah, yes.
holding everything.
Yeah, so then that is how we incorporated them. Then until the era of OZ, Razak became, is a secretary. Razak became a secretary. Charity was the vice president. I'm actually addressing Fred. Fred, it's you that I want to give this history to. Mr. Fred. Okay. Yeah, please, I want to give you this history.
Yes.
So it's so that you are satisfied. Yeah. So now, I'm trying to explain to you the last president, the antecedents of the last president. Okay. So what we do is we see, just like passing leadership batons to incoming people. So we'll be able to say, okay, you're able to do well, we keep carrying the person along. So when we establish NSS UNISA, just as we are complaining about UP, when we rebranded it, that's when we co-opted Razak and put him into a leadership position. Then we brought him to national. During OZ's tenure, he was one of the executives. I'm not sure, I think he was a secretary.
He was.
He was a secretary. Was a secretary?
Yeah, because I was the information officer then.
Yes. Charity was the VP.
Yes. That I know.
Yes. So that's how we set them. Yeah. So after I left power, OZ took over. Madam Charity became vice president. That is the B.O.T secretary now, who became the vice president to the OZ. Then Razak then became secretary of the national. He was grafted. I want you to understand this properly. Then, when OZ finished, there was leadership tussle. Okay? Then, the incumbent president favored the vice. You know, this politics, it happens sometimes.
Well,
Yeah. So then, but be it as it may, there was issue from Razak Quarter then that how can a woman lead the organization? So, you know, we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
So she was underestimated. But Charity has been part of the leadership. In fact, she was one of the founding members. She understands the trends. So she has the equal knowledge, equal experience, equal skill. You cannot push her away because she's a woman. Then they went into the contest. Then there was another factor, which is Jumo, who is now the NANS diaspora president now. Also came into the picture. Person like Mabel, this is going to go on air, also came into the picture. In fact, that election was very tough. You understand? But it's interesting. You know, it's good when students are, are vying for something. So, Fred, this is very interesting. So there was a lot of, in fact, me and now diaspora president John, we spoke about. In fact, we started revealing what happened. You know, he was revealing what he was doing at his own time while he was, So, but be it as it may, Charity won the election. There was petitions everywhere. Okay, in fact. At that time, Razak and Co. went to form another NANSA called FONSA. Yes. I don't even know the meaning of FONSA. So they use it to threaten the legitimate government to say, if you do not start the election again, we are going to. You understand? You know, this I trend. And if we had followed that trend, we could have stopped him from becoming NANSA president in future. But we felt that no, it's people who are raising concerns, no? But later, the committee was set up, petition committee was set up, headed by me. In fact, it was the CG, then what was ED. The former CG was at High Commission then, was in charge of the affair, just like Daura now. We dealt with the issue, they called me, they said, what's happening? I said, no. The woman just won the election. This is just an intimidation. So we sorted out everything. Then later, we had the petition. We had. Then I called them one night. I called us. I said, no, just wait for your tenure. Wait for your time. Support the president. Then when it comes to your tenure, run. Who will support you? But start now to do your legwork so that you can. Then, at a point in time, he came back. He withdrew his petition against the then president, called Charity. Then things were okay. So it's what I'm trying to say. There's never a time there's no challenge. You see, I'm saying it from experience. There's always one challenge, conflict. Yes. So, but how do we handle them? Yes, how we handle those conflict resolution. So now, then he withdrew his petition, and Charity were inaugurated, and blah blah blah, and that's it. Then during Charity's tenure, he was the secretary, right? Yes. He was the secretary during Charity's tenure. So then during now the election, after Charity's tenure were over, he came out as a candidate, presidential candidate. Razak also came out as presidential candidate. Yeah, so you see, these are the things you need to, yeah, so I think we will have time. These are the things you need to know. So he came out as a presidential candidate against Razak. So one thing led to other, Razak won. You understand? Razak won. We gave Razak all the support. Then constitution, the last president Charity amended a few constitution here and there. I inaugurated them at the consulate in Johannesburg. Yes. He became the legal director of the legals. Yeah. So he was also part of the executive.
Welfare officer, I think.
Of this last Nancy.
Yeah.
She is the welfare director. So I think you needed to understand all this properly. I think there's a one document that I need to share with you people. Ike was the welfare. Ike was the legal director. This administration, this last administration. So now one issue led to another issue. One issue led to another issue. In fact, in summary, because I'm going to run now, the first petition came from her. She's here. I think you ask her. You guys must discuss this thing.
Yeah, she was trying to break for us.
Yeah. So you see, I need to summarize. So, first petition flew from her about money and other things against Mr. President. Another petition, I think, came from you. Then another petition came from somebody else. So petitions were flying, and I was holding on to the petitions. The question is if a child complains, you don't take action immediately. You can call things to address. So I was using diplomacy to hold on to things. Whenever there's a complaint, a petition, I'll call Razak to my office. I will advise him. In fact, he goes with Emmanuel. Emmanuel was his right-hand man that he travels with. You understand? So when I advise him in front of Emmanuel, then I also tell him what he must do, how to go and bring his people together. Then they will laugh. So there was a notion that Razak was untouchable because of the support that is getting from the B.O.T chairperson. Whenever there is a petition, there is no action against him. So, in fact, she stopped being an active member of the executive. Some of them they took a back seat. So to a point, after them, now the last petition came from the president's right-hand man. With the PA. The Emmanuel. So, each time there's a petition, both of them comes to my office. Then I advise them what to do. They laugh, they go. Now your right-hand man is one against you. In fact, the right-hand man didn't want even to write petition to me because he knew that how I will advise him. So the students' leadership became a bit of problematic. Then they came back to me. This is a very open thing. They came back to me. This president is only running the show. Whenever there is an event, he brings maybe expatriates. We call them expatriates. I will not say girlfriend, but he will rather hire people outside instead of the executive. Then he executes the thing. So it's no longer NANSA that we know. Then on their own, I advise them, so go to the constitution. Constitutions are clear. You are a majority of the executive. If you don't want your president, you know what to do. And they went. They said they want to impeach him. I said, okay, go and read the articles of impeachment. That is actually what is the problem. They wrote an impeachment letter. They all signed, the executive, the majority of the executive. They submitted it to the B.O.T. I said, okay, this is the first step. You need to go and do it in a meeting. In a meeting, when the meeting is called, make sure the president calls the meeting, president will initiate the meeting, secretary will circulate, then let there be a meeting. Then, if you guys are serious with this, what you've brought now, I don't want tomorrow they say it's B.O.T. chairman that is fighting or removing Razak. It is your initiative. In fact, that letter, I still hold it on to today. Wow. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Then, there was a meeting, a motion was moved, and all of them concurred. The president started running up and down. You know how it will be. It's not going to be easy. In fact, he wanted to hijack the meeting, but it was properly coordinated. Then the constitution says we need to ratify. The BOT need to ratify. Then I ratified to say the cries are much. But there are room for appeal. The president did not appeal. He felt he hijacked the platforms. He kicked them out. So basically, and this is what I'm telling you, that's if we decide to go to court, these are what is easy. If you are suspended, even if you think your suspensions, that is the issue. We need to uphold the law, we need to uphold principles and precedent. Even if you think your suspension or your removal is not in order, what do?
You appeal.
You appeal. So you did not appeal, then you created a faction.
You are fighting back.
You created a faction. So between this and that, which one is legitimate? So I don't have to tell you which one is legitimate.
You decide for yourself.
You decide for yourself. That's exactly what happened. And this is going to go, I'm going to tell them to edit and let it go. That's exactly the explanation. Because some people are not hearing the truth.
Exactly. Exactly.
People are not hearing the truth. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. So there are rooms for appeal. You did not appeal. You hijacked the platforms. You created a faction. That's why I told the faction president, I told him, no, I don't have anything personal against you. The only thing, you came from a wrong platform. That's all. So we, the legitimate nuns, that's why I cannot support. I told him, no, I don't have, but if I see a student, I can support a student, but I cannot support your leader because it's illegal. If I support your leadership, it's an illegal government. That's it. So moving forward, what are the solutions?
Yeah.
The solution is we are going to be bringing court injunctions. That's the way to go.
Bingo. That's the best way.
Yeah. Court injunction. So we just want them to be inaugurated.
Exactly.
Let them be inaugurated. Okay. We'll deal with it.
Exactly.
NANSA is registered association. You see, it's whether running to the embassy or the consulate, this is an association registered that determines its rules by the law guiding. So you cannot go and run behind because you have maybe somebody who you are dining with. You say, must come and protect you. No. That person, and we've said, most ambassadors and the city have said it. We're not going to be part of this. Go and sort yourself indoors, then bring your people to us. They cannot be part of the politics.
No, yeah. That's not their role.
Yeah, that's not their role.
Also
Their
reign, their regime is over. Like it's already over. It's already past 2 years or 3 years. So it should automatically just leave the position.
Yeah. So they're just creating a faction. All right. Thank you
very much for that explanation.
Do we have any other brief question that we
I won't take more. I need to leave.
Okay. So yeah, it's just more. I think I have up till Monday or so.
I think Monday I will assign somebody to lead.